do a couple things real quick, and then
1,
including changing my EQ preference for my headset. And then I will boot the game up. And yeah, I do have a new save that I did start yesterday. Huh? Hang on. There appears to be. Hold on. Can you guys? Huh. Give me a second. Just give me a moment. Interesting. So there's obviously something going on. Okay. It's sort of annoying though. Because you guys are gonna have that freaking thing on your screen and I can't do anything about it. Oh, there it went. There we go. Okay. So I just had to turn off the chat in-game. Alright, let me load up my save that I was doing yesterday. Okay. It's actually a little bit behind on this one because I haven't cloud synced yet, so that's a good thing for us. Because it means I get to do shit differently. But it feels good to come back to this game. Again. And like, I wanted to. I've actually been wanting to come back to this game for quite a while. Oddly enough. Okay. Here's the map thing. There's a map beacon somewhere over here. That's what I'm looking for right now. Although that helps too. Also, what would help is if I could go and get a raccoon plort, but I can't because of where they're at on this map. So shit. I have to get the jetpack first before I could get them. It's no big deal. Luckily enough, this is a casual save, so I'll be able to deal with... I don't have to worry about terror slimes, which... It's not even the fact that I don't like them. It's just the fact that they're more annoying than anything else. Also, I like the fact that you can breathe underwater infinitely. It's still one of my favorite things about this game. let's... Alright. So we're back here. I need to give my... Throw my honey slimes in there. My cat slimes are getting anxious because I've not been able to feed them. One, two, okay, good. Well, that takes care of them. Now, I do need a silo just so I can put these other things away. For now, they're not my priority right now. Yeah, see, 2 of the raccoon one. I need a specific upgrade though. Okay, that'll work. I have 18 minutes to claim that. I should have enough time then. To be able to go and run over there right after I gotta go run over there anyway again because I need to get their fruit that they like, and I need to figure out something with these guys kind of quickly because those pink slimes are getting on my nerves a little bit. But they're not top priority right now. Like they are, but they're not. Like to sort out. I know I still have the boom slimes in my inventory. That's because I need a different area for them. A more specific area for them. Nothing like spending another day up all night in this game. Like, take all of them. I'll explain that later, why I just did that. Although maybe the raccoon ones only spawn at night, because I mean that would be typical raccoon type thing. Like, because they are a nocturnal animal. Which basically just means that they, you know, sleep during the day. So maybe it won't be so hard to find them right now. Raccoon slimes anywhere. This is normally where they spawn, too. See cat ones, but no... Actually, I want to keep at least 2 of you. At least 2. I guess we'll just have to basically wait till morning for more of them to spawn, I guess. Is there any small boom slimes still being lazy around here? Yes, got it. Got the one I wanted. I wanted... it was occurring to me in my head, I'm like, I have 9. No, I want 10. I want an even number, please. Like, just... That's just a preference thing, whether anything goes. And the area I need for them anyway is the area where chickens actually openly spawn. Because as long as I have them there, I have infinite food for them regardless of if I have a coop or not. Which is where my cats will eventually be moved to as well. I didn't do that on my other PC, I know on my other save, but it will be where they be moved eventually. When I finally sort out my drones and that stuff too. Which we'll get to. If not this stream, it will definitely be the next stream that we get to it. Don't worry. But I plan on playing this all day, so legit, like, all day. I love this game way too much. And I don't know why, it's just such a simple game. I don't know if it's the cartoony art style or if it's just the overall gameplay that actually keeps me going with it. I mean, it could be both. Or it could be the fact that I know that the devs are actively working on the game still. And I'm hopeful. Or I'm just so sick of Siege and grinding for freaking Kelly that I wanted to play something else. It's just right now we're playing a clock waiting game. Waiting for day to come so I could get one freaking slime. Hopefully one will spawn and I'll be able to get it before it freaking turns into a Largo. Well, optimally I would want more than one, but I think I would want at least 2 or 3, but in a situation where this is like one of the rarest slimes to get for some odd reason, 1 is fine by me. For now. thing is the reason why I grabbed the port is so that way down the line can also just, you know, take a few of the pink slimes and turn them into raccoon slimes in a pen all their own. And, you know, then have infinite resource of, you know, I can use whatever food I want for them. That's why I have so many pink slimes, is because I literally use my pink slimes as a natural buffer, although I should actually use raid slimes for that, the radioactive slimes for it, because the radioactive ones are the calmest slimes in the game. No, seriously. I've had them as largos of pretty much everything, and they literally are the calmest slimes. They are like this. If you want like a chill range and you don't want to have to worry about any of your things escaping, you want raid slimes. It's almost daytime. Do 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 do. Guess I could go over there. That's the other thing about the hunter slimes that I don't understand really, is how they actually spawn and everything, because I don't even, no, I can't make that. There's no way, not with the short lifespan on my jetpack that I have. So maybe because I definitely need to get out of that area because of, unfortunately, because of game coding mainly. I have to leave the area and come back to it in a few minutes. Well, not even. But what I can attempt to do is I can attempt to go ahead and I have 2 minutes. Yeah, that ain't happening. Fuck it. Oh well. There we go. Might as well, right? Alright. Now. And I got the important upgrade that I needed for over here. The very, very important one. For boom putts, that one is almost necessary. Now to just collect some more chickens so I can feed my cat slimes. I don't even remember how many of the cat slimes I have. I mean, the cat slimes are pretty calm too anyway, so I'm not really too concerned. Which is helpful for me because they're not like trying to do shit that they shouldn't be. Like they're piling up in a corner right now, but like that's normal. They already cleared their pen of all those chickens. Damn, that is a lot of chickens then. There's like 20 chickens I threw in there. And they cleared them all out in a day? Like, damn. Oh, did I take one too many stone hens out? Yeah, I think so, but it's okay. Sorry I didn't throw them out. Yeah, that's what I say. Our freaking spring is all screwed up. Our summer is going to be freaking nightmarish. And if this coronavirus goes all the way through the summer, I'm gonna be fucking amazed because no freaking virus has ever made it past this summer. Yeah, I'm just kind of amazed that they're doing this. Like, which is going to be fun for the teachers next year because this whole freaking pandemic is just gonna ruin everything for the fall. Like, it's just literally going to ruin everything. There's the one I wanted. It's 2. All I needed was 2 of them. One for my farm and the other for the thing. A game called Slime Rancher. It's a different sort of game. No, I said it. I said it. I have the perfect solution. One game playoff for everybody. 16 winners, 16 losers, or 15 losers. Because, well, it would be 15 winners each side technically, and 1 wild card. Because of the way, because we only have 31 teams. When we get Seattle in, then we'll have 32, and then it would make more sense. But that's the only way you could realistically do it right now with the playoffs and everything, because that's the only just way. Yeah. Yep, I know. From what I've been hearing, we're probably losing out on everything, which is going to fucking piss everybody off, including me, because we have never been in this state of fucking just sheer fucking stupidity over freaking reality. Like, everybody needs to do a quick reality check and literally shut the hell up, but in the media especially. The media needs to really do a heavy reality check. Like, they're the biggest issue. They're the ones that truthfully are the cause of this whole frickin' thing getting blown out of proportion. Well, the thing is, Ryan, is they've closed the schools for the rest of the year. So by technicality, the academic year is over. By that technicality. But where the technicality falters is the fact that you still have to do enough work to actually be able to prove that you deserve to graduate. That's where the fucked up part is. Because they can't just release you into the world and not think that you're smart enough. But, you know, it is what it is, and this is our world, this is our reality, and this is our lives, and this quarantine can go fuck itself. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, is that your way of telling me Jeff's actually a goth? And freaking, like, literally ridiculously dumb? Mm-hmm. Yeah, which, I am streaming, right? So, this whole quarantine and all this political bullshit that it is, and that's exactly what it is. At this point, this pandemic has gotten to a point where it's just all political bullshit. Yes, people are dying, but people die to the common cold. People die to everything. You literally could die from literally anything in the world. Mm-hmm. Well, as you get older, you gotta get smarter than, because there's a lot of things that affect you differently as you get older. But I'm not in the least bit worried. Yeah, and it's starting to actually piss that off. Because the hobby shops are not classified as essential services, he can't actually buy train supplies to do much of anything that way. Yeah. Well, he's going down to 32-hour work weeks now because this is the biggest problem that I'm fearful of. Is how is this going to start affecting everybody, because even essential services, if they're only able to run their essential bits of their company, they're not going to be able to actually be able to survive without bailout, because of the fact that you don't have techs out, you don't have other things out that are essential to actually maintaining their business. You know, it's the same way. Right now, all they're doing is monitoring, really. They're still doing sub-service, but it's... Yeah, and that's where you run into problems. Because that's money. Less money, less revenue. They need to get jobs done, and... Mm-hmm. Yeah, he probably saw very little traffic on the road, too, which probably gave him a really eerie feeling. Which it should. Yeah, but semis can literally run 24 hours a day if they're freaking, carrying specific cargo. Yep. And that's why state has been around a lot more too, because they've had to actually kick up the amount of vehicles out there, because they know there's going to be companies trying to undercut it to shit, because but yeah, but again, there's still companies out there that will try to undercut it, because that's just how they are. Because they want to take advantage of it so they can make a huge profit before this aids. No. Essential goes down to food, water, medical supplies, and that's it. And then you have your emergency services, and that's why and construction, which is why Dad and Justin are both still working. Actually, it is. Yeah, okay, but then why is Justin still working? Because that's 90% of his company. Mm-hmm. They're not all shut down, and they won't all be shut down, because there's too many of them. Yeah, because of reasons of, you know, you gotta monitor this. Yeah, and when you have medical facilities that are doing expansions, those construction sites aren't freaking shut down either, because that's an essential expansion. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which is all they should have to be having to do anyway. Yeah, I know. Yeah, and you got freaking multiple different stores, multiple different chains of stores actually turning their parking lots into homeless shelters. Because how else are you gonna be able to do it in a way that's actually safe, not just for the homeless people, but for... Yeah, that's because of a lot of different things. And it's actually the biggest reason why gas is so low right now price-wise is because the demand for it is super low. Because how many people are actually out driving and doing other things? You know, like right now, this quarantine is really gonna. When this is all over, watch gas like spike to literally $4. No joke. It'll go up to about 10 in California. They're freaking insane. That's all I know with California is the freaking people that are running it are freaking insane. Yep. And the Republicans are winning this fight, though. That's what's fucked up. But let's not get political because streaming and yeah, let's just not go there. I mean, I'll agree with them on that, but like this year is with the way Trump's been handling the situation versus the media. Trump's done his job in reporting what he's needed to do, doing what he needs to tell the media. The media is the one that's twisting everything he says. So that's where. Why is that rock slime out of his pen? I'm about to freaking throw him off the level. No. Not worth it. Do. Let's sort out some stuff over here. Because I do want to get my heavy slimes moved. Get them moved into a pen that's a little bit better for them. And the reason why I'm doing that, and why eventually my honey slimes will also be moved to either the cave area or to the upper area, is because this is actually going to become where my vegetables and that stuff are. Because my raid slimes I want over here. Once they go and get them, which will be relatively soon. And by that I mean I'm gonna sleep for 2 days and then grab all the mangoes and run over to run over to the area where I know there's a honey slime that needs my attention. So I can actually get over and get to the area where my raid slimes would be. There we go. He went back in there. Good. Trying to sneak out of my freaking shit. It's about to all change right now. Net. Alright. Sell these last few off. Then we'll run over here, do this area real fast. And then we'll run over to I'm still keeping that coop there, though, even though I'm, you know, converting that area. I'm keeping the coop so I still have a way to get these guys enough food, because there's not enough that spawned in this area for both of these pens to be filed in as one. Area, but I also don't want to move that coop over here because it's way more expensive to move it than it is to just there we go. Better. Alright, let's go do this. Let's go get this key so I could open up the other area. Actually, we'll go a little bit closer than the other area that I know where I could get for sure enough. Because it's what, 50 I believe for the Largos? If you don't have their favorite food. So if I go do this way, they should have enough to go hit the one that's just back here. Go. Over here now. Now I need one specific food type. Actually, two specific foods. One's here. Got it. And then the other is over in the other section. I also need to get my crystal slimes back and bunch of shit. Like, this is gonna take a while to get everything back that I had. But, we'll get there. This is one of the things I need right here. There it is. Got it. But I I've literally had like 20 or 30 freaking raid slimes at one point. And literally the raid slimes literally don't give a shit. There's the Largo to get to the place where I could get my crystal slimes. There's a place here in this area too I could get them from, but that area is a little bit easier to get them. And this time with my crystal slimes, I'm actually putting them in the area they want to be in, which is a little bit different for me. Because the crystal slimes like to be out, you know, or they like to be in darker areas. So they're not sensitive to light. No, it's just the fact that they actually like being in dark areas. So I'm gonna have to actually eventually move my honey slime soon. Ooh, I did not think I was gonna make that jump. But is it back here? I'm looking for the teleporter back. Nah, yep. To my ranch. Alrighty. So now give me a moment. I needed to do that because I think something bugged there. There we go. Yep. Just a minor bug. The big key here is, yes, I know I have those pink slimes there. There's the hunter slime. He's still content. Alright, give me a moment to move this stuff over. Alright, remove crops from here. Now, inevitably, what I'm going to try to do is inevitably either get him out of here and move him somewhere else, or I'm going to leave one so I can actually grow a farm just across from him. Oh, it's 500, damn it. But I need this pen specifically for these guys. So what I may do is I may blend and take a couple of the raid slimes out of here and actually blend raccoon and raid together. Because the one that's next to actually, no, crystal slimes have to go out here because of food, which is I'm gonna have to get rid of that coop. I'm not gonna have a choice, actually. I'm realizing, which means that I'm gonna need another farm here. Or another garden there for things. I will do that in a moment when I have enough things to actually be able to do it. Soup for 2 days, just real quick. Okay. Because I need a specific food for too. But I guess for right now, I could throw that in there because he's taking up space in my inventory right now. Demolish that. You two throw those in there. And then we're gonna run over here. Basically just grab a few hens from over here. In total. And then just take two and throw them in there. Guess we'll throw that over there too. Close enough. Fifth one will be right there. So actually doing this will actually work, hopefully conveniently enough. So, and then that way, when I go and do it, and I want more of them specifically, I could just grab them and throw them in that pen, which, because the raid ones are so calm, I will definitely be adding more of them. I'll get their food sorted out too soon. The biggest thing is I'm actually slightly procrastinating away time right now. 8 heartbeats, 10 carrots. Fuck, that's a problem. I have 5. So I mean, 10 carrots though. That's the bigger issue. Got 10. There we go. Got it. Got it to change. Although when they're pissed, yeah, that is occurring to me. 5 may be too many. Three should be enough though. On that side for now at least. Until I have an adequate food source for them, 3 should be enough. Especially considering I have, you know, 8 on this side, 3 on this side. These are mainly more for my raccoon ports more than anything else. Yeah, that should be more than enough to be able to do what I need to do. And need what I need for freaking the refinery and that stuff later. How long do I got on that? 20 minutes. You can go get 3. Those, or maybe I'll grab my crystal slimes while I'm at it. You know what? I know what I'll do. Because I want that one area to be vegetable based. I'll move my pink slimes over to the darker area and move my crystals in their pen, which will then allow me to, you know, keep my vegetable thing going on the one side. Because pink slimes will eat anything, but I need the space. Oh wait, I'm going the wrong way. Actually, I wasn't, because I needed that too. There we go. I need Mochi is who I need right now. Like, the Deluxe Cube and that stuff, that shit is helpful. So I needed 3 heartbeats. And I need them kinda rapidly. But I also want to try to collect... How many crystal slimes roughly do I want, though? Because they're not all that bad. I can have quite a few of them. They're not that bad as a type. There's their food. Right there. That should be enough. 16 of them. That should be more than enough for what I need. Although I won't be able to place any of them in yet, because I gotta move my pink slimes, which means I need to clear my inventory first. Which will happen as soon as I get to... I really don't want to disappoint this guy first try. If I can avoid it, like I did on my other, like I didn't do on my other save. Granted, you still get his area later anyway, but you know, good first impression is always a good thing with these guys. Come on, run. Goddamn stamina freaking runs out way too quickly. And right there's the mail from him telling me that his area is now available to me to go to start doing that. That's great. But yeah, I need to do some stuff on my ranch first, which includes moving these guys. into a more friendly environment for them. Hopefully. Although I am leaving myself with like no silo space, but whatever. It'll work. Although if these guys are sensitive to light, I do want to get them toned back quickly then. Alright. So how's... They're coming along okay. But not as well as I would like. I need to start putting the auto feeders on all these pens. At minimum. So I'm not just throwing the food in there and, you know, expecting it to last. Partnership, yep. Yep, I will head there. Chill. Oh wow, the crystal quartz. I don't want to sell any though yet. Like that's like literally the awesome price, and like literally selling any will freaking make that market tank. Yeah, I will go there in a moment. I need to make sure I have my tank booster. Oh, I don't have enough. Seriously? God damn it. Because I need my health and my tank booster before I go in that area. Actually, I can almost afford the US one. Damn it. If I sell any more than that, it will literally... I can't sell any of that stuff for the next few days. Genuinely. Which is why it's a good thing that I'm pre-prepping all of this for that ahead of time. Because I'm gonna go over to that other area. We're probably gonna be there for quite a bit of time. Alright, let's go do this. $75. I can collect up to 50 mo. In a single run. I'm gonna try my best to do that. But the odds of there actually being 50 here and me getting out of here alive are both proportions that are not all that likely, but I'm gonna try my best here. Because this area is actually slightly annoying. There we go. And it's mostly annoying because I don't actually normally, like, get food for these guys. Ah, Mochi wants me now. That's good. You can wait though. The main reason why I exited there is because of where I was at and everything else. It just made more sense to exit, come back in immediately. Ow. Hate when they do that. Wait a minute. Okay, let's see here. See if I can find my way around here. Okay. Ah. There was one there. Yike. Okay. Oh my god, that one nearly knocked me off, and it was gonna piss me off if I fell and died. Not that there's fall damage in the game, there is, a death field though, which is kind of annoying. I'm at 25 already. 26. Nothing important there. I know what ferals are. They're evil pieces of shit that are stupid. Get out of here. No, get out of here. I want your plorts more than anything else. Primarily the saber more than the raccoon ones. Alright, give me a moment. back. And in truth, it's because the first upgrade I gave for freaking, what's his name, is the real upgrade I want, because it'll freaking increase the yield of my crops by, like, 10. It's the real reason why I want to get his first upgrade so badly. And I need just under 50. Now, what I should do with the other set of my raid slimes, because of reasons of sabers are, you know, uncommon and shit, and also the fact that you can't actually get a normal saber slime. I wish maybe one day we'll get that in this game. I would love it, because like it would make the value for me so much better. purely because of reasons of, I don't know, I just kind of like the idea of being able to have individuals of every type of slime. And I mean, we have plenty of space for almost all of them. So how bad did my market tank, by the way? Oh yeah, tremendously. But for now, I'm not worried about it. Alright, what do you want? You want... It's Crystal, Raid, and the other one? Is it Crystal? Yeah. Crystal... Grab a couple of them. And the fruit one, which... the flying one, which I have back here, but I don't have any of their things yet. Because I haven't been able to feed them their favorite food yet. Now I have. That's Mochi giving me access to her area, which is the area I wanted anyway. Okay, solar shield, that, and that. Alright, 32. You have 32 as well. Might as well. Collect as much of that as possible. Pink, you don't have much of anything because I've not been feeding you properly anyway, so I'm not too concerned about you. Mochi's place is right there. We'll go do that in a moment. After I go through and sell literally all of these, because I haven't even set up my refinery stuff yet and gone for my drones yet, but I'm working on it. It takes a lot of time. What I think I am going to do though is I am going to kind of sort of focus on making sure that these guys are happy and that the normal raid ones are happy. The Wargos can be patient with me for right now. Alright, let's go over to Mochi's and see what Mochi wants. Because of course Mochi wants something from me. It's called racing things. Yeah. So I need 150. Considering I was getting nearly 200 per run yesterday, it should be fine. You know, they don't have any energy. Aw, damn it, I missed. Ooh. Okay. $90. So that way then I can, there we go. $200. Just over. Nice. $213. $10,000. The next one is the one I really want, though. In a weird way. Yep, I know Mochi. I know how her area works, Jason. But like now it's on a cooldown period, which you can either wait the cooldown out, or you can, you know, sleep and cycle it that way. But in my opinion, it's just easier to actually just, you know, cycle it normally, because that 15 minutes of wait time gives you like plenty of time to actually, you know, go back, run your ranch for a bit, then go back and do it again. And basically keeps with the non-sleep mantra that I'm trying to actually sort of run a little bit. Like, I'm trying to use the sleep function of the game as little as possible. Hey, Chow. Oh. Alrighty. So, did it literally throw all of them in there? No. Okay, good. Threw most of them in there though, which is annoying. But I mean, it gives me, you know, shitloads of free money there, which helps out immensely. I'm gonna actually sleep for 2 days, just straight back to back. So I can actually collect up all the food that I have. At that point, collect it all up and get it sorted in their pens. Or their auto feeders, rather. So I need to show those for a moment. So that would be 22 for you, which is probably more than it needs. 22 for you. And then all of these go in here. And then the carrots. The carrots I actually have a different use for. Oh yeah, we're corona free over here. I mean, we probably, you know, part of the reason why I think it is one, my dad was in the military and does have the malaria vaccine in him, which basically is the strongest vaccine in the actual world. And, you know, he never gets sick. I literally never get sick. My little brother rarely gets sick. Even my older brother rarely gets sick. So, like, we're just with people that are, like, immune to a lot of shit. And part of it's the vaccine, but the other part is, well, not with my older brother. But with me and my little brother, we get part of the immunity because of my dad. But, the biggest reason is, too, is we don't clean our house with bleach. That's, like, I refuse to use bleach that way. So we actually allow germs and other things to be lingering around in our house, which makes our body even more immune to things. So... But yeah, somehow we have dodged it. Somehow. And we'll continue to dodge it because as far as I know, according to what my dad said last week, we're not even grocery shopping this week. We prepped last week, so we didn't have to go out this week. So, we pre-planned a lot of shit. You gotta be prepared for everything, and it's one upside to my dad and us, and just, you know, being who we are, and you know, being the fact that we've all lived through 9/11, we know what this is like. Because after 9/11, we didn't have, let's put it this way, we didn't have the mass panic that we're kind of getting, or mass hysteria that we're getting right now, but we did have something similar, where it was more of a fear thing, which is understandable, you know, after that whole thing. But yeah, we're corona free here. How is your family doing, Chuck? Just keep praying and hoping that you don't get it, really. Even though as a young kid and everything else, I'm kind of a little bit cocky and I'm not really worried about it all that much because I know I'll survive it regardless. Because the stats already prove that. But I was just thinking about it too. I'm like, hey, you know, we did just over the last couple of weeks, couple really big names in country music have passed. One was not due to corona, the other one was, and that's not pleasant to think about. But I mean, you know, you lose stars you lose your idols and everything over time, but the young ones are still around. They fucking hold up the fort. Yeah. Kenny, man, miss him. It'll be well missed. Have you heard the song that was just released, though? That he made specifically, that he had written and made specifically for just after he passed away. The song was not to be released until he died. Like, legitimately. It's a good song. Yeah, it's actually pretty nice to hear. You know, and it's like when you hear the backstory and hear that the song was actually written a long time ago. The song's like 20 or 30 years old from what I heard on its whole backlogging. It's like literally very old, but he didn't want it released until, you know, a specific time, and the family and the record label both accepted that. I mean, when you got your big major, at the time when you had Kenny Rogers blowing up and everything else, were you really going to question his choices? No. Not really. And like, the song's not even like a real sad, like, song. It's a great song. It's just, with the way Kenny Rogers was the song isn't that sad for him at all. If anything, I was more concerned about how Dolly's doing, because we all know how close friends they were. Get as many of these as I can. Actually, I should have more than enough to get the farm upgrade that I want. Yeah. my dog out. Give me a moment. Go. So now I can come back here to my farms and actually do that upgrade, which is gonna make my crops basically what this upgrade is supposed to do. It doesn't necessarily work to the fullest extent. It's supposed to allow you to basically not lose any crops. It doesn't necessarily work precisely like that. I really wish it did, because it would make life so much easier. But yeah, basically over the last few weeks, with all the corona stuff and everything else, every like major artist that I know of has released new songs within the last like 2 or 3 weeks during all of this. And it's like, at least they're trying to, you know, help with the situation, especially considering literally every artist I know of literally had to cancel their tours. And they're pissed. Part of it's because their government is slightly overreacting, which, when aren't they? I mean, like, if we're gonna overreact about one virus, then I expect to hear the common cold be the next big thing that we go crazy about, which actually kills more people than Corona has. And if you think I'm lying, really go research it, because it is fucking ridiculous how many more people die to freaking might as well just make my whole market crash harder and everything, just because it'll be great for when I spend the next few days basically grinding out the specific areas, because like right now I'm gonna actually sleep again till morning, and then we're gonna go into Mochi's area almost off the start. I'm gonna collect what widow food is here, and you know, feed my animals, or feed the slimes that I have, make sure they have food. But for the next like little while, it'll be basically wow. Damn. The raid times don't get that much food anyway, but or eat much of their food anyway, but neither do those guys, but I'm gonna throw carrots in their pen. Just because doubling up on raid plorts on both of these is ridiculous. Because like that's 80 some plorts there, so it's better if I cut them down a little bit. Wait, speaking of which, did I put the miracle masks on this one? No, I did not. Okay, let's go to Mochi. Let's go do that. But before I start a run, I'll go grab my dog. So I got anyway, had to feed my dog too. Or I should say, I had to mix his hard and wet food because of reasons of, for some reason, he doesn't like eating his just hard food anymore. Don't know why. And then, again, get more time there. That went well. 97 in the first run. Not bad. Could be better. Could have been better, but as the max I can have is only 250. 97 is actually a pretty good start. Oh my god, one of them hit me and freaking kept me going forward. That was great. That 200. There we go. We got at least 200. We still have 20 seconds left to get a little bit more. 230. Not bad. It's actually quite good for 2 runs like that. Oh, but quite literally, the song by Kenny Rogers is called, no joke, Goodbye. Like, legit, that's the name of the song. It's just Goodbye. And it's like, it's kind of like, when you hear the title, it's like, interesting title. But then you think about it for a moment and it's like, actually, way to go out like a showman. Because when you really think about it, it was also, he also performed it during his final tour. The song was performed then as well. That was it. It was never released as a single or anything else up until, you know, this week. Yeah, look at all that. Like, literally, I come back and I have 52 or 82 from that. Like, that's, yeah, that's why I'm not too concerned about keeping both of them on the better food for their type and everything. I'm really hoping to get like a stack or so of chickens. At minimum a stack. This would make life a lot easier. Even though when I feed them to the animals that are in this area. started on day 24. And we're now on day 37. With the marginal amount of shit accomplished. Most of my slimes are in good places and happy places. My pink slimes probably hate the shit out of me, but I don't care. Oh, and I just realized that the 7Z reward club thing I've not been doing like I should be. Go. So I could actually customize my area out a little bit more. The path upgrade is nice, the other stuff is nice, but it's not all that useful. Most of what I just did there is actually completely, like, just for looks more than anything else. Give me a second. I'm gonna sleep for like a week. So it would be day 43, roughly. Just to see how much shit I accumulate. Or actually, yeah, close enough anyway. Okay, let's go to those guys. Oh, they must be full. Yep, they're full. Shit. Knew that was gonna happen though. Oh yeah, that's right. I do need to empty that one though, too. See, sleep for several days and then the market skyrockets. that's what I was actually trying to actually avoid. Because I don't want it to be, like, so easy for me to get, you know, basically infinite money. But at the same time, I sort of do. Give me a second. Let me go ditch these to the pink slimes real quick. Well, I guess now would be a good time to buy the lab, since, yeah. I have so much money now. But the gardens will get better here soon enough once I finish them and go and do the other guy's thing. And get that second upgrade, which will give me the better farms. It's 2K for that, okay. But I don't know what I'm putting up here yet. I haven't decided quite yet. Simply because I don't know. But I'm also thinking that when I go and do my slime related stuff and that, I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is with the quantums and that stuff, I think I'm gonna mesh them with raid slimes. Why? Because the raid slimes are the calmest slime in the game. So therefore, if I put a slime that's super annoying with a super calm one, you would hope that it would help this situation. But the biggest reason why I wanted the refinery now is so I could actually start depositing stuff in that I have already stocked up instead of just throwing everything to be sold. And actually start stockpiling a bunch of, you know, resources and things so that my stuff doesn't just like instantly go out of style. But what I also think I'm gonna go do is I'm gonna go do Odega's thing, so I can try to get, you know, this upgrade. So I need 120. But I think I will do that next stream. I think I'm gonna switch over to Siege, and primarily because I've done a lot in that already, and I'm getting ridiculously bored of the same game now. So let me just change my stuff around. Date that. Sorry, just maneuvering my stream software around. Open that up now just so it's a little bit easier. Huh. Wonder why Red Dead Redemption had a update. DirectX 11 Ultimate. Yeah, that's if you have the RTX card though. It's only for the RTX, which is shitty. Especially considering the RTX is like 3 times more expensive. Like, you could get the GTX 1660 or 1680 or whatever it is for cheaper than you can get the RTX. And I've heard split things on the RTX anyway. Some say it's great for gaming, others say it's actually better for video editing than it is gaming. And then it's like, if I'm looking for a graphics card of general use, my 1080 is the best thing on the market. No joke. Hell, even my 980 is. Because both of my PCs can still pretty much run any new game that comes out flawlessly. So, I mean, I can't complain much when it comes to fucking performance when literally my 980 and my 1080 are still kicking ass. I mean, yeah, my 980 overclocks itself. I know that because, like, somehow or another my other PC, when I'm playing Breakpoint, somehow detects an extra gig of RAM, which I have no idea how it does that, but it allows it and the game doesn't crash, so... But it is part of the reason why I don't always play Breakpoint on my other PC. 1,500 away from Cali. Which equates to like 2 hours worth of freaking terrorist hunt. No, seriously. Like, did I mention I'm grinding? I'm not doing it the easy way. I'm grinding it out. Truth, it's gonna take a little bit longer. Okay. I was thinking about Dokkaebi anyway for here. But, that's why I clicked random. Because I didn't really care who I got, because I have so many operators down that I'm quick to type with everybody that I have. Wow! That was a hip-fire freaking headshot. What the hell? Because I'm not crediting that as an aimed shot when it really wasn't. That was. And Like, yeah, I went to scope it, but I fired before I scoped it and it hit. Got him. It's a hard shot, though. And that's what I like sometimes with doing Terrorist Hunt, is some of the harder shots that I struggle with, it's actually really good for. Because I've noticed lately when I've been playing, the AI gets more adapted as you play a map more and more. Like, they tend to be in areas that try to, you know, do certain things differently every time. So that's why I can't actually do the same run through a map twice in a row, the exact same, because they changed AI coding. They put AI in different places, and, you know. So, like, for example, one run I could go through dirt, the following run I couldn't go through dirt. They're gonna be there. One run they're gonna be in basement, the next they may not be in basement. So you really do have to kind of adjust your playing around that, which is how you have to play PvP as well. Which is why, even when I played Terrorist Hunt yesterday and went back to PvP shortly afterwards,
They broke off. Keep an eye out.
I was actually better at PvP for some odd reason. Because I actually had 2 rounds yesterday. 2 matches on Outback, a map that I struggle heavily on. Normally, I switched my Lion loadout to his marksman. At one of the rounds, I was the last one alive and somehow won it. It was like really weird. I was like, how the fuck did I just do that? I'm terrible with marksman rifles. Absolutely terrible. But like with Lion and the way they've redone marksmans lately, or at least this specific season, it's 2-tap to the chest. Like literally, I turned on somebody who came at me, and I mean he did hit me, and did knock my health down quite low, which made that one run even harder. But no joke, I 2-tapped him to the chest.
Remaining.
And like it wasn't just a down, he was dead. 2-tap.
Op 4 eliminated.
But then again, I have been using Dokkaebi a lot lately when I've been playing Terrorist Hunt. It might be the other reason. But it was with Lion, of all people. Like, I normally use his Vector. And it is a Vector, you freaking can't tell me it's not. It's just, it's an assault variant, which at the timeline was released and everything else, did it exist? From what I've heard, it does exist now. It's just, you have to dig for it if you want to find any info on it. But why does it matter? If it's real or not, it don't matter. Half the guns in this game aren't real. The M4 is, the AR-1550 cal is. They're like the 2 that I know for a fact are real weapons.
Eliminate the terrorist.
The AK that Nomad's got is real. Now, let me rephrase that. The AR-15 50 cal is not actually the actual name. It's a AR-15, but it has a, it's actually a rifle, not a assault rifle. It's actually just a straight rifle because it's designed as a rifle. Because why would you have a 50 cal weapon be full auto? You wouldn't. You would want the accuracy of that 50 cal round. Why would you want a Vector with 308? Because 308 is the most lethal of assault rifle rounds. No, seriously. And the Vector has very, very little recoil. As you can see. But again, none of this matters to a civilian because every assault rifle is just a rifle. Why? Because to a civilian in the United States who's actually owning the gun illegally knows that it can't be full auto. But the weapons you will use in this game are military grade weaponry. So, the fact that the Vector, this version of this gun may not exist according to everything else doesn't mean it's not hidden somewhere. You know, classified or something, you know, military grade weaponry type shit. Like, the reason why I believe people don't think this gun exists is because it doesn't have a burst. It doesn't have a single fire. In real life. But, in my head, and in the game it depicts it as, you know, single fire, which is useful for those. But, for me, this is a game. Like, if it's real, it's real. If it's not, it's not. I didn't play freaking Call of Duty because the guns were real. Well, no, that's a lie. I'm pretty sure I would have played a hell of a lot less of Modern Warfare 3 if the guns weren't really made realistic. And, like, every single one of them in Modern Warfare 3 was a legit weapon. Okay, that's the sign that every roamer is dead. That makes me happy.
Remaining.
And
Op four
perfect.
neutralized. Mission successful.
Second run in and I've already finished perfect, but that's because I've been playing this map a lot in PvP lately. So, I sort of know attacked. Although the fact that I actually won that perfectly with actually being loud actually does surprise me. But yeah, that's just a vector modified. Like, you can't tell me that it's not. Like, you can't tell me that if Vector actually, the guy who actually made it, is actually named Chris Vector. Genuinely named that. You can't tell me that he wouldn't make a version like that. You can't tell me that. The Vector is a freaking badass SMG as is. But, like, it is absolutely super cool. Also, if you wonder why I Jackal main so much, it's actually because of this fact here. The fire rate is the same across both of his weapons. The only difference is the damage and mag capacity. That's the only difference. That's why I'm okay with using Jackal, like, almost all the time.
Eliminate the terrorists.
Plus that, he's the only one who actually I like with an SMG or an assault rifle. I mean, hell, look at that. Nope. The hell is the recoil there? That's weird. Oh my god, how? How? I'm dumbfounded now. Because there was an explosive right there. How the hell did that explode and not kill me? Or at least damage me? Oh, damn. That's a good shot. As I get notified again. Yeah, fuck off, Destiny. Like, just fuck off. Like, there's a reason why I've stopped playing you, and why I've traded in my Destiny belt for Rainbow Six Siege.
Move your ass!
Belt, per se. Because the PvP in it, well, yes, you have to deal with idiots almost consistently every day. Those same idiots have actually improved day by day. Every day that I play with them, they either play better or they play worse. So, my matches either go faster or they go slower. If they go slower, it's because we did better. If they go faster, it's because they were actually complete trash. But, and I'm included in that. I'm not saying that it's just my teammates that are the issue. I include myself in that a lot. But I look at it as if one of us is bad, we're all bad as a team, because you shouldn't be focusing on what one player does. Focus on yourself and focus on that. Whatever. The fact that they didn't kill me, I'm happy. But the fact that it knocked me down to 7 health makes this... makes this a lot more risky.
Remaining.
How'd I know he was gonna come behind me? Because you saw how quickly I instinctively moved and went right back for him. Like, that's just me knowing my knowledge. Like, I knew I was gonna get flanked by one of them. Like, that was a given. Coastline. The map where I've been having ridiculously odd matches on lately. And, like, ridiculous in a good way. Like, I've actually been really, really good on this map for some reason lately. It occurs to me, the one I should be playing as
Eliminate the terrorists.
is someone like Zofia. And you may say, why would you play Zofia Days? Because Zofia can heal herself and get back up, which gives you 5 health. And because the AI doesn't shoot you when you're downed, because they're not coded to, which is nice with the game. Again, I've been playing too much PvP. That's why this is such a breeze for me right now. Like, I'm rushed into the building. And, like, literally I did not give a fuck who was there.
Remaining. Op 4 neutralized. Mission successful.
The map bugs for some reason too. Don't know why. It's the only map that has the bug. Like, it's... Actually, no. It does it. New Oregon does it sometimes. Canal does it occasionally. Although Canal's already down what it podied for what it used to be. Regardless. And it's been pretty solid there. Actually. Consulate does it from time to time too. So, I mean, it's just a terrorist hunt bug. But it's... To me, it's fine because, like... I actively know that I put more time into terrorist hunt than I've put into PvP, and I don't care what other people think of that, or why people question why I put more time into PvE than I have the PvP. And the answer to that is because I like the game for what it is, not for the idiots that are
Eliminate
also
all
associated
hostiles.
with the game. So the terrorist hunt gives me that balance between them. Mind Zofia too much, actually. Her guns are kind of nice. Kind of nice. I'm not saying they are nice because, you know, they're good weapons. Don't get me wrong. But they do have their limitations as well. But I don't really like the recoil. Zofia's got really weird recoil. Like, and the way I know this is not because Terrorist Hunt has different recoil than PvP by a wide margin. So, what you see in this is not what you'll get in PvP, which that took a lot of adjusting to. There is two different recoil systems because, like, I see the C75 auto used in PvP, and it's got the worst recoil in the game for a pistol. Then I use it in Terrorist Hunt, and it is literally the godly weapon that it should be, which is what I want it to be because I want it to be useful for people like Kelly, so Kelly can actually have an alternative and actually be good with said alternative. So she doesn't always have to fucking snipe. Like, that's what irritates me with Kelly so much. Yes, I'm working on getting her, but, like, Kelly is one of those characters that I love her, and I hate her because of the simple fact of the sniper. But I love her from the perspective of I love her in Terrorist Hunt. I will probably never fucking use her in PvP. If I do, it will be to try her out, like, once or twice in casual, and that's it. Nothing like being on the brink of death before the end of a round.
Enemies remaining.
That is the smallest red dot in the world. But hey, I got the headshot off on that last one. Just freaking awesome. Let's just see where I'm at already. Yeah, that's gonna take a while. But I'm determined. 1,300 more. Let's see, it's 36 per time. Win or lose, it's 36. Me? That takes some time. I'm used to actually doing it this way though. Less little like less percentages of it doing it this way, because like this way it's actually kind of fun. Because like yeah, I got all the way up there,
Eliminate
and
all of the terrorists.
why would I just waste 2 or 3 hours grinding the last little bit in a mode that literally offers you like basically no renown? Because I want mainly, and also basically through all of my operators, I've done at least some terrorists on grinding to get them, whether it be at the beginning or the end. Because we all know immediately when I get a new character, I always play a round of terrorist hunt immediately, so I get a feel for the character.
Man down. Enemy fire. We know what we're doing.
Do you?
We've got that door's gone. First floor. I'll go check it out. You stay here.
Nitro cells are absolutely everywhere. so good. So many wins. I'm literally on such a run right now in freaking the PvE side of this game. Hang on just a second. Trying to pull up my stats up on my phone. If the page will load. Yeah, my win-loss ratio is at a 1.14 now. Almost 100 wins ahead. My terrorist hunt win ratio is at 534 wins and 338 losses. So, yeah, nearly a 200 win-loss difference. So, like, I'm literally at a point now where I'm actually quite happy because, like, I know that they're irrelevant stats for PvP, but, like, my stats in PvP are irrelevant. It's how well I do with each character. Why I say the KD that I have with Jackal is more accurate than the KD I have overall is because I play Jackal the most.
Eliminate all hostiles.
Wood grain pistol. No, seriously, wood grain. It's fucking. It's probably like the weirdest pistol skin I've ever seen in a video game. Where the fuck? Oh, Buck's recoil is freaking mental. Although, apparently on the test server right now is a new skeleton key buff. Apparently.
Backing you.
Oh, and on the test server also they removed Mozzie's shorty shiny, which makes me happy because that means that's something that's happening in the future.
I need to reload. Cover me.
And I'll be very glad when it does because his shotgun is his secondary shotgun is massively overpowered. Like, literally the recoil, though, how I'm controlling Buck's recoil is I've literally pulled straight out of my mouse. No joke. It's literally how I'm doing that. That's how you control recoil in this game. You just have to pull basically straight down. That's it. It's the easiest recoil system ever. But it's the most logical. Granted, you would still have some side recoil, and you do get some side recoil, but it's so minimal that when you pull back, you're still pretty much on target through every shot you take. Because after all, it is still a full auto weapon.
Three hostiles remaining. Op 4 neutralized. Mission successful.
Nice suppressor usage there. Also, I hope sound is better today. I went through and readjusted some of my settings, so I hope it's not too loud or I'm too quiet. But basically, I went in and turned off the FPS competition equalizer on my freaking headset, which I think was affecting the sound overall because it was boosting it a little bit. Oh, are you kidding me? Wow. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to call it there. My dad's home early, so, which I sort of expected, but I didn't expect. But anyway, I do hope you enjoyed, and I will speak with you all next week.